alaikum. Welcome to physics class, secondary physics, chapter 2, motion. Today, from the very beginning of my lecture, I would like to discuss about equations of motion. First of all, acceleration. What is acceleration? The rate of changing velocity is called acceleration. Suppose A and B is the two positions of an object where the initial velocity of A is u and the final velocity of B is v. So A is moving from A to B. By this time, it will cover displacement S. S is the displacement, and it needs a time t. And uniform acceleration is A. So u equals to initial velocity v equals to final velocity, s equals to displacement, and t equals to time, a equals to acceleration. So what is the definition of acceleration? The changing velocity per second is called acceleration. So, what does changing velocity means? Changing velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. That means v minus u. V minus u is the changing velocity. So, I think we can write here at t second, the changing velocity equals to v minus u. So at 1 second, the changing velocity equals to v minus u by t. In unitary method, you can think that at t second, the changing velocity equals to v minus u. So 1 second it will be v minus u by t. So the changing velocity per second, it's a ratio. The changing velocity per second is called acceleration. That is why a equals to v minus u by t. This is the formula of finding acceleration. From this formula we can write v minus u equals to at. How? If we cross multiply this equation, then it will be v minus u equals to at. Therefore, we can see that v equals to u plus at. This is the first equation of motion. First equation of motion. So, what is the first equation of motion? V equals to u plus at. Now the second one. What is the second equation of motion? So at the same phenomena, we think about that. The velocity. What is velocity? Velocity means displacement by time. Velocity is a vector quantity because to find out velocity you need both magnitude and direction. That is why it is a vector sign. So according to the definition of velocity, we can say that velocity equals to distance divided by time. And what is the average velocity? Average velocity. Average velocity means initial velocity and final velocity addition divided by 2, because 2 velocity divided by 2, What is the definition of average? Sum of quantity divided by number of quantity. That is why initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. So if it is equation 1 and it is equation 2, from equation 1 and 2 we can say that as the both is velocity, so equation 1 equals to equation 2. D by t, it means d by t equals to u plus v divided by 2. Instead of d, d is a distance. If we write here s, then we can modify this formula as s by t equals to u plus v by 2, where s is the displacement. Then if we cross multiply, then it will be s, then it will be 2s equals to u plus v into t. Therefore s equals to u plus v by 2 whole into t. This is the second equation of motion. Second equation of motion. So what is the second equation of motion? S equals to u plus v by 2 whole into t. Then we would like to discuss about third equation of motion. It's very simple. If we put the value of v that we got in first equation, then we can say that s equals to u plus at divided by 2 whole into t. Therefore v equals to u plus at. In our first equation of motion we got v equals to u plus at. If we put out the value of v equals to u plus at, then it will be u plus at divided by 2. So s equals to u, here is 2u plus at divided by 2 whole into t. Now this t will multiply with both of them, 2ut plus at square divided by 2. T is multiplied here and also here. Now 2ut divided by 2 plus at square divided by 2. As here is plus sign, so it will be decorated like that, because if we do LCM in this portion, then it will remain the same thing. That is why we may write this way. 2 and 2 vanish, so it will be ut plus half of at square. At square divided by 2 or half of at square, it is the same meaning. That is why s equals to ut plus half of at square. It is the third equation of motion. Equation of motion. So what is the third equation of motion? S equals to ut plus half of at square. Then the fourth equation of motion, the figure will be the same and phenomena also the same, and it will be find out also from the second equation of motion, and that was s equals to u plus v divided by 2 whole into t. To calculate third equation of motion, we put the value of v that we got in first equation, but to calculate fourth equation of motion, we have to put out the value of t. U plus v by 2 whole into v minus u divided by a. How did we get the value? Because from the definition of acceleration we got a equals to v minus u by t. As a equals to v minus u by t, so t equals to v minus u by a. If we do cross multiplication, then these are the same. A equals to v minus u by t, so t is here, then it will be there, that t equals to v minus u by a. Just put out the value t equals to v minus u by a instead of t we put this value here, and then I will decorate it, and that is I will arrange it, that is v plus u. U plus v and v plus u both are positive, so same way, and v minus u divided by 2 into a. Just I did multiply in numerator and also denominator. So v plus u, v minus u, it will be a plus b into a minus b, like that. So we may write here a square minus b square. The algebraic formula, v square minus u square divided by twice a plus b, a minus b, a square minus b square. So a is equals to v square minus u square divided by twice a. So if we cross multiply, then it will be v square minus u square equals to twice as. So v square equals to u square plus 2as. This is the fourth equation of motion. Fourth equation of motion. Fourth equation of motion. So today we learned just fourth equation of motion from chapter 2 in secondary physics. So just recap the fourth equation of motion once again. V equals to u plus at. Number 2, s equals to u plus v divided by 2 whole into t. Number 3, s equals to ut plus half of a t square. And number 4, v square equals to u square plus twice s. This is the formula for equation of motion. You can easily solve your mathematical problem from chapter 2. So this is the normal acceleration, you know, and at plane land the acceleration that is used, that is acceleration. But if a substance goes upward or comes down, then this acceleration will be acceleration due to gravity. Then this formula will be changed like that, v equals to u plus gt, where you know g is the acceleration due to gravity, whose value is 9.8 meter per second square. So you have to know that. And this formula will be s equals to ut plus half of gt square. And it will be v square equals to u square plus 2gh. This is normal displacement, and up and down. To throw any object, then it will be height, not displacement. Instead of displacement, it will be height. So when this equation will use when an object is falling down. When an object is falling down, then it will be plus. But if you throw a ball upward, throw something to the upward, then it will activate against the acceleration due to gravity. Then this value will be v equals to u minus gt. U minus gt. Why it is minus? Because it is acting against the acceleration due to gravity, and it will be ut minus half of gt square. Half of gt square. And it will be u square minus 2gh. Go upward, downward, go upward, downward. So I think that's all about the equations of motion. Thanks for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.